of every aspect of life since the beginning of time. You know, I kind of think God places game changers to keep the evolution of life flowing. You think back to the beginning of time and the technology that they had or lack thereof, the things that they did, and you think to today, because of game changers. And I believe that there are levels of game changers too. There are some game changers that are asked to create electricity. Some are asked to inspire the students that they teach. Some are asked to perform successful organ transplants. And you know, and then some athletes at the peak of their careers are asked to sacrifice it all. There was Tommy Smith and John Carlos, the two track athletes who raised their fist in protest of systemic racism as they received their medals on the Olympic podium back in 1968 in Mexico City. And then what about Colin Kaepernick, the NFL player who would kneel in peaceful protest during the national anthem? He was protesting the unjustified murders across the nation of people of color due to police brutality. And then there's some game changers, like my friend here, Dr. Alpha Alexander. You know, 18 years ago, Dr. Alpha Alexander had the idea to have a breakfast that celebrated the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. And she was told back then, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. You know, I don't think the community is gonna support that type of event. So, yeah, that's not gonna happen. But she didn't accept no. She decided to go ahead and do it anyway. And today we celebrate 18 years. You know? But when I got down here and she took me to the Knoxville Hall of Fame, to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in Knoxville, when she took me to the back, and when in being here in Morristown, I've gotten to meet so many people, I realized she is a connector. She's a game changer, but she connects herself with other game changers. You know, she's a mentor, and even if you don't even know that you're a game changer, she's gonna mentor you until you understand and know. She's that type of person that helps everyone to focus on the things that are truly important. So she surrounds herself with a ton of game changers like Roxanne Bowen, Renee Kessler, Jean and Otis Sawyer, Marilyn Childress, Chris Cutshaw, Tommy Pettigo, Reverend Johnny Jones, Darlene Ely, Mr. and Mrs. Walter Dockery, Dennis Oxendine, is that right? Oxendine or Dine? It is Dine, Oxendine, okay, sure. All right. And then there's Claudine Jackson, Lisa Jackson, Andy Hall, the board members, the Morristown Task Force on Diversity, and I'm sure there are other